Guys, so yesterday you made your designs on your little grayish tan piece of paper for your printmaking project. If you need to finish that design, do that first. But if you feel like it's finished and it has a background and you're pretty happy with it, there's nothing you think you can improve about it, then you can move on to the next part. So for the next part, we're going to be using a special pencil. It's called an ebony pencil. And the reason we're using this is because ebony pencils, the graphite inside of it is softer than the graphite in a regular pencil. And it'll transfer a lot easier. So you're going to trace all of your lines with the ebony pencil. So take your time and go slow. We don't want to rush and ruin the nice design that you made. Whatever you draw with the ebony pencil is what's going to show up on your rubber block. So make sure that you take your time and do a good job. It's not a race. Once you have your whole design traced with the ebony pencil, every single thing is traced, you are going to take your design, and I'm going to be giving you a rubber block. You're going to flip your design so it is upside down. You can't see it. And you're going to come up and get some pins from my little happy pincushion man. And you're going to pin your design onto your block. Now, I noticed that the blocks this year are a little bit smaller than they used to be, and your paper might be too big for the block. So you'll just need to make a decision about which part of the paper is going to hang off of your block. I'm just going to kind of crease it where I think it might be okay. And I can see my picture would cut off a little bit of the top of her head and a little bit of the bottom of her body, but I'm okay with that. So I think that's a good spot. If you're not sure about that, just ask me and I'll try to help you the best I can. But you're going to pin your design in all four corners. So you need 4 pins. Do not poke anyone with the pins. Do not poke yourself with the pins. They are only for poking the paper, okay? Then you're going to take your ebony pencil again, and you're going to hold it on the side. You don't want to hold it so that the pointy tip is pressing against your paper. Hold it sideways a bit, and you're going to color on the back of your paper. And you're going to use some pressure. You want to press kind of hard, but not so hard that you rip your paper. Okay, you don't want to shred your paper up. And we're just coloring the entire back, filling in all the white spaces. Doesn't matter what direction you color. This doesn't have to be beautiful. It just has to be really filled in. And you have to apply some pressure to it. And the reason we're doing that is if I lift up a little corner here, you can see it's transferring my design onto my block. When you've got the whole back of your paper colored with the ebony pencil and you didn't miss any spots, you're going to carefully take off the pins, put them back in the happy pincushion man. It's like acupuncture. Makes them happy. Do not steal my pins. Do not poke anyone. Do not poke yourself. Okay, put them back in the happy pincushion man. You will take off your paper and your design hopefully transferred onto your block. Now, some of you might have drawn letters, numbers, or words. If you did, you might be like, oh my gosh, my letters are backwards, or my word or my number is backwards. That's a good thing. Notice that in this picture, Fiona's facing to the left. When I transferred it, she's facing to the right. That's good. We want it to be the reverse of our drawing, because that way when we roll ink on here and we stamp it, it'll turn out the correct way, okay? So if it's backwards on your block, that's good. Okay, don't stress. So our next step, we need to trace it again with Sharpie because the ebony pencil's so soft, it's going to really smear and get all over your hand and make a big mess, and it's a lot easier to see our lines in Sharpie. So you're going to carefully trace your lines with the Sharpie, neatly. We don't want to mess up our nice design. If you have tiny details and you want to use the ultra fine Sharpie, you are welcome to do that.